2 days before we opened, I found out we were not allowed to bring a music stand on the stage, and I had never heard that music before in my life. I only had 48 hours. This is exactly how I did it, and this method works for anything. Last week I played guitar in the pit on Come From Away.
Emiliano is doing the guitar part. Harry, who you will see this morning, is doing the run, but he's out this afternoon. So we've got Luke doing Liam, and Liam is doing the sits.
Usually the pit is where I live, and in the pit I read everything. Every note is on the stand in front of me, but this particular show puts the band up on stage for 2 numbers, and you can't take a music stand up there. So for those 2 spots, no stand, no dots, no safety net, just me from memory on music that I've just been handed. Reading music and knowing it by heart are 2 completely different skills. This time, being exposed under stage lights, live, one shot at the night, I need it in my hand and in my mind, not on the page. So here is the system I used to get there fast. First thing, I didn't touch the guitar, I just listened. Recordings, YouTube, whatever I could find, over and over again, until the tune was in my ear and in my mind. You can't memorize what you can't hear yet, but once a tune is singing in your head, half the job is done. So here is the actual trick. I try not to memorize notes. I hook every little chunk onto something that I already know. Bar by bar, any small unit that I can grab, I give it a name. And the names come in a few flavors. But now let me show you how this works for real. I have my iPad in front of me, and as you can see, there is this note about being on stage at bar 174A. And the first thing that I started trying and do is to kind of summarize what was happening there. We got this D to A, D to A, like 3 times, and then the 4th time we actually moved to E, which is the dominant, to A, and this A is also a modulation and a change of time, right? So what I started thinking was, okay, I'm gonna play D to A, D to A. Yeah, there's a little bit of a change in the rhythm if you wanna look at that, but first step would be is D to A 3 times, and the 4th times we go on E, because then we modulate to A. And also when we modulate to 8, it's a completely different meter as well. Then what happens after the jig is that we again go to something that to me could be a pop blues progression, again in a different key. And what happens next is that on the second part now, on the second page here, what we have, I call this the shotgun progression. I always teach this progression to kids, beginner guitarists. And when I was learning this part, what I thought was, okay, this is shotgun with stabs. And that helped me a lot to think about what's happening. But now let me get back for a moment to the previous beat here. When we move from these 2 bars, where we got this little half-time feel, to the next beat, is that the cast on stage are at a very specific part of the show, and they are quoting Titanic, the main theme of Titanic. So to me, this is when they call for the Titanic beat and this part starts, okay? And then again, we need to go out from that, but there was another reference that I found helpful to use to make my learning process quicker. And if we move farther on to the same number, what we find in the next page is that we have a very common 1, 6 minor, 4, and 5 in G, and look at the rhythm. Is a very common syncopated rhythm that you want to carry on throughout. And how many times is this? We got 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Okay, 4 times this G major progression with the oompa oompa. That's how we'll think about this, okay? 4 times oompa oompa in G. And with this, I think I covered pretty much the main tricks that I use to speed up my learning process. And the moment a chunk has a hook, I stop reading it. I play that beat from memory along to the track, eyes only on the next beat. Then I hook that next beat too, and I drop it. Every pass, I'm trying to read less. I just keep going around, leaving out more and more of the page until there's nothing left to read. That's the whole thing memorized. Hook a bar, drop the page for it, move on. Round and round, reading less each time.
1, 2, 3, and.
Opening night, walking up out of the pit with nothing in front of me. The heart is bumping, and it held. 2 days before, I'd never heard it. That night, I played it from memory. That is the kind of job that nobody sees. The stuff that happens before you ever walk on. If you ever have to learn something fast, get it in your ear first, then hook it to something you already know and try and read a little less at every pass until you got the whole page in mind. I'm documenting how this actually looks like. Pit, function gigs, all of it. Next one is gonna be from a wedding gig. Subscribe if you wanna see how that side works.